Hi, I'm Daniel Casella with the Watsonville Wetlands Watch. I'm a restoration specialist here working in Watsonville, California, and today we're working on our Upper Struve restoration site with the California Conservation Corps. We're weeding out this non-native Himalayan blackberry to make sure our native plants we planted along this slough can survive. The California Conservation Corps is an organization that gives opportunities to young people ages 18 to 24 who live in California a chance to work in nature and in the communities they live, helping out during fires, weed clearing, and other needs that the state may have. My job as a restoration technician is considered a green career because the work we do is preserving and restoring the native ecosystems here in California to provide healthy environments and habitats. We allow for healthy wildlife and healthy spaces for people to live and work in. We want to keep the ecosystem happy and healthy in order to keep our bodies happy and healthy. So we're considered a green career because we focus on the ecology and environment. Ecology is a branch of biology that studies living organisms and creatures and the environment they're found in, the way they live together and provide for each other. During my education, I was a student of landscape architecture, working with the environment, creating gardens, landscapes, and environments for humans. During that process, I learned about native plants, ecosystems, and ecology. And that fueled my interest to learn more about the native environments here in California. Over time, I got away from designing landscapes for humans and thinking more about the native plants and animals that live right here on our Central Coast. Over time, I changed my career path from working for people, and now I work for the plants and animals here on the Central Coast. On a typical day in the Watsonville Slough area, being a restoration technician, we spend our days doing all kinds of tasks. Depending on the season, we could be preparing for a new restoration project. We could be mowing and maintaining an existing restoration area. We could be planning for a future restoration area, or continually working on a restoration area. Just like our seasons for shopping and the human world have seasons, the plants world has seasons. Sometimes we're mowing the plants, sometimes we're planting the plants. It all depends on the season. But in a typical day, we're always out in the environment working with the plants. The thing I love most about working as a restoration technician is the variety of work I get to do. Sometimes irrigation, sometimes building things, sometimes planting, sometimes mowing and maintaining. But it's always enjoyable and stays fresh because you're never doing the same thing over and over again. Throughout the year, we have many tasks we get to do, and they're all outside in this beautiful landscape.
Hi, my name is Yesenia. I'm the watershed educator and restoration specialist with Watsonville Wetlands Watch. Restoration is just taking away non-native plants and replacing them with native plants. So you try to make the habitat look like what it used to look like before people disturbed the area. I like doing restoration because I know that by helping restore the habitat, I'm also helping the animals that require like native plants. And I also like it because it's relaxing. You know, you can be outside like all day. And even though it's like hard work, it's worth it because you know that something you're doing is making a difference.
In our organization, we have many job opportunities. Not just restoration technicians, but we have educators teaching youth and adults about the wetlands we work in. We have administrators who are keeping track of the funds we receive to pay for all the work we do in the environment. We have people who work with volunteers and lead the public in activities that allow them to help us in our work restoring the wetlands. And there may be other jobs that I don't even know will exist one day with the advent of computers and other technologies. Our work here in the Watsonville Slough area is a part of a larger picture of the global ecology. At least on our west coast, we have a flyway which migratory birds come from Central America up to Canada and beyond. And this is one of the many stops they make on their long trek. So that's one of the impacts. We are a part of a larger migratory path used by many birds that have been flown many hundreds of times, many hundreds of years. We also are a part of the Monterey Bay fisheries, which are a part of our west coast area. And a lot of our birds that live here in the Watsonville Slough area are a part of the larger community of wild birds and animals. And we provide a space for their natural diversity of genetics and part of the overall health of California ecology. We are also working with the city of Watsonville, planting hundreds of trees in the city to help alleviate some of the heat island effect, all the concrete and hard surfaces. So by providing vegetation in the environment, we're not only providing beautiful landscapes, but healthier, cooler streets that can help people realize that just concrete is not a good thing. We need to have shaded areas, we have to have cooled areas, and we have to have areas for birds and humans that have trees that help provide comfortable environments. If you have any questions, we're always looking for volunteers at Watsonville Wetlands Watch. People to help in our nursery, help on our restoration sites, collecting seed, weeding plants, working with our educators to take field trips out into the slough system to give the experience to other children and help lead people who may not have ever seen the wetlands or understood the value of the wetlands. So if you have more questions, please visit www.watsonvillewetlandswatch.org or come by Pajaro Valley High School, the Fitz Wetlands Education Center, to learn more about our organization. Thank you.